people see that we've been successful and don't really need to be building a network marketing business. And I try to give them a story of why, and basically it's because of Ray Kroc. When I was 9, the first McDonald's started up in St. Louis, which is where I grew up. And all of us guys got on our bikes and we went up for the grand opening and everything else. And they all went in, they got hamburgers and they got their fries, especially the fries. They all came out bragging about the fries. I didn't have any money, and so they wouldn't share with me and they were taunting me and so on. And I kind of vowed to myself that would never happen again. And I started going door to door, doing odd jobs for people so that I would always have money in my pocket. I grew up in the insurance business. Right out of college, I started as an agent for Metropolitan Life, and it came easy to me. I really liked it, I enjoyed it, and I worked hard at it. I set a goal for myself to be president of some major life insurance company. And it took about 20 years, but I finally became president of Merrill Lynch Insurance. And after I brought Merrill Lynch down here to Jacksonville, which is how I got to Jacksonville. But after a few years of doing that, I realized that was kind of a stupid goal. I should have wanted to be president of my own company instead of working for somebody else. I got a call from John, and he said, "Hey, I think I found a company that we should actually build the business." And I said to him, "John, I mean, you know me better than anybody. You know I'm not going to do any of these things, you know. I mean, I think it's a great business, but I really had no interest in building the business. There's too many of them have too many flaws that, as an analyst, I see all the time. And so I generally just steer away from them. But I promised him I would take a look. I think if somebody asks you to get into business with you, I think you owe them a decent, honest look at something. And so I did, and I took a look at it. And I was, be honest with you, I was trying to look for a way that I didn't have to do this. And long story short, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I mean, the guys who were running the business had a tremendous amount of experience. And knew exactly what they were doing. The product concept was fantastic, and it wasn't this magic bullet thing. It was based on real science and everything else. Compensation plan was flawless. One of my pet peeves about multi-level business is that people can make a lot of money, but they make it at the expense of other people. And in this, the way they've set up the compensation plan, they have the same philosophy I do. No, you can make a lot of money, but only if you help other people make a lot of money too, because the bulk of your money is made from a percentage of how you help other people make their money, which I thought was really good. I like the pricing of the products, because another one of my red flags is I say, if nobody makes any money, did you still get a good deal? And yes, absolutely. It's not only fantastic products, but they're priced really well. And so I couldn't find a reason not to do this. I would say that the biggest question we get is why we are doing this business. And the simple answer is that unlike when I was growing up, where people were hardworking, loyal, and that was good enough. You put your time in with the company, and the company was loyal to you, and they were loyal to the company. It's not that way anymore. People are losing their jobs today. They're losing their homes. You don't know what the government's going to do to you. You don't know what other governments are going to do to you. You don't know what the bank's going to do to you. You can't count on your pensions. You can't count on much of anything but yourself. When this opportunity came up, I saw a way that I could create an income not only for myself, but there's something I can will to my kids and they can will to their kids, and kind of set up a legacy to protect them, protect your family against all these outside influences.
When Don first came to me, and he was all excited about this new company, Qivana, and he wanted to get into it, I had to question it. I mean, why? We both had retired. We were both having fun every day, playing golf, tennis, going on trips. And I just couldn't understand why he would want to get re-involved in a business again. And he just said, I cannot pass this opportunity up. He said, I know these people, I know the time, I know the effort, I know the research that they've put into these products. And we were at that time looking for some new products for him. We were disappointed in what the doctors were doing. He was having side effects to a lot of his medication, and they were just giving him more medication.
We were gonna go up to the health food store and have some kid working behind the counter be our medical advisor. And so we started looking into it. And then when Qivana came along, it seemed like this was very coincidental because it seemed like the answer to what we were looking for, a system that would help me with my health problems.
Oh, it was. And we didn't know anything about the product. But the confidence that Don had about the product, number one, he kept telling me, well, the research they're doing, I know these guys, I know they wouldn't put the time and money they would be putting into this if it wasn't going to be a great product. But here again, I'm more about the product and less about the business. So I needed to try the product. Well, when we tried the product, it was fabulous. It was fabulous.
She's a lot smarter than I am. I just do what I'm told. When I first saw the Qivana business plan and everything else, and met some of the owners and talked to them about it, I knew that from a business standpoint this was going to work really well. I really didn't know about the products. I didn't know how good they were going to be or anything else because I hadn't tried them yet, and it was very new in the company. What I did know is that the owners were really smart about how to build a multi-level, and if they don't have top-notch products, they might as well be taking all the time and money they've invested and just throw it off the roof because it's just not going to work. And so I stepped out on faith that they knew what they were doing and the research was there and the products were going to be really good. But what I told Lolly is that it's kind of like somebody says, Don, would you run up to the store and get some bread and milk? And I go, I don't want to go to the store and get some bread and milk. He said, well, look, I'll give you $100,000 if you go up to the store and get some bread and milk. Well, do you want 2% milk? Do you want whole milk? Do you want that big white fluffy loaf? I mean, you got to go. I mean, I'm not stupid. If somebody's going to give you $100,000 for that effort, whether you want to go or not, you have to go. So for what I know about multi-level business, what I know about network marketing, and what I knew about Qivana and the opportunity that was there, it's no different to me than going up to the store and getting the bread and milk. It's too much money to pass up. Now, the neat thing about it was that now, after being involved for over a year, the products have given me my life back. I mean, they've gotten me off of insulin. I've dropped over 50 pounds. All my problems have been kind of weight related and everything else. I'd give back all the money I'm making, which is sizable, by the way, for them giving me my health back. I had been somebody who basically had just kind of given up and said, well, I'm just going to die early. And now it's given me longevity back, or at least the hope of that. I try to dodge buses as much as I can. So I'm in love with the company and the opportunity, but the products have not only saved my life, but helped so many other people too, that it's just unbelievable.
We're thankful for that.
Yeah.
He's a testimony for it. No doubt about it.
All right, so I planned my big retirement, and I built my dream home, and this was supposed to be my spoil me year. So I built this really nice home out on the beach. I put everything into it. I felt like I needed to get myself in good shape too. I put a dream kitchen in and hired a personal chef who was a nutritionist to fix me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. and to spoil the heck out of me. I built this room with all this really nice workout equipment in and everything else. I hired a personal trainer, so he came out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and worked me out for an hour and a half. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would go up and play tennis against this professional player who took a lot of pride in running me all over the place and make me sweat like a pig. And then I would do walks on the beach and everything else. I mean, it was a good deal, and this is my spoil me years, and I feel like I'm going to get myself in great shape. And so after about a year and a month, I did not lose any weight, and I said, the heck with it. I'm done with this. What happened with Qivana is that once I got on the core system, I noticed that all of my blood work started leveling out, which was always all over the place, and it started gradually coming down. Most of my problems were all weight related, and so when they came out with the metabolic system, I got on that, and from I guess in February, March, April, May, June, in a fairly short period of time, or it seems that way, I lost about 50 pounds. I went from 280 pounds to this morning I was 228 pounds. And now I'm still a fat guy. I still got lots to go, but they're moving me in the right direction. I'm off all that medication. The doctors don't want me on the insulin anymore because taking insulin makes it hard to lose weight. I don't want to mislead anybody. My blood sugar's still a little bit too high, but they feel like another 15, 20 pounds, and I'm going to be in good shape for everything. It's basically given me my life back.
Yes. Being supportive of your significant other is highly important, regardless of what it is, because it's very difficult to carry on a business of any sort if you don't have that support, whether it's your family or friends or spouse. And it's also proven to be a nice thing that couples can do together. It doesn't separate you. So many of our jobs nowadays, you go different directions because we're in different modalities, but with Qivana, you do it together. We're looking forward to our future, and we're thanking Qivana for being part of our Spoil Me years.